Not all heroes wear capes. Some of them wear collars. And to these brave hounds, no task is too rough. Here are 5 canine superheroes, here to save the day.
A certified Avalanche dog like Tally can do the work of about 30 rescuers in the same amount of time. Their sense of smell is 10 times greater than ours. And if someone's buried in the snow, or not even buried, but just lost in the woods, the dog can smell their scent coming up through the snowpack and tell me where to start digging to find that person. We are the first responders, and a lot of times if things go well into our training, we can facilitate that rescue without putting anybody else in harm's way and be done quickly and efficiently and all go home safely. We gotta find somebody, I know. You wanna find somebody? Okay, let's go, search. My name's Hunter Mortensen. I'm an avalanche technician here at Breckenridge Ski Resort with my ski patrol partner, Tally, and we've been working here for 8 years together. We're really fortunate here at Breckenridge. We have 6 Avalanche Rescue dogs on staff. Today, Tally's here, and with her coworkers and friends is Boudreaux, the golden retriever, and A-Up, another mountain purebred mutt. The years of the big St. Bernard and Swiss mountain dog with the barrel under their neck, those dogs are built for the mountains. They're sturdy, they're hardy, they can do it. But what we're finding is they don't travel well in the snow, and they're not as fast moving across the snow. And Avalanche Rescue is all a matter of time. So we're looking these days for dogs that are a little bit on the smaller side, a little more nimble and a little more quick. So the training, we start them 6 to 9 months old, and a lot of it is just basic obedience. And then we start building from the obedience into actual hide and go seek type games. And then we build up from there into big snow caves where we'll bury a person almost 6 feet deep if we have enough snow. And then the dog will start searching and having to find where that scent's coming up to play the game. And all they're really looking for is that person who they think has their toy.
Oh, that's a good girl.
It's about 2 full years of training to take your last certification test for an Avalanche Rescue dog and handler. So I'm certified to work with Tally.
Ready?
My whole last 8 years of my career have been spent with her every day, all day. When we have to do our thing, we're really dependent on each other, and I couldn't do what I do without her. And so it's an amazing partnership, and I'm really honored and proud to be a part of this program and work with a dog like her.
Blakely has the most difficult job at the Cincinnati Zoo. He has to play with babies all the time. He's never shown any aggression or snapped. If he gets upset, kind of like any mom would, he just leaves the room.
You are so cute.
My name is Dawn Strasser, and we're at the Cincinnati Zoo in Botanical Gardens. Blakely is a 5-year-old Australian Shepherd. We got him from a rescue, and I use him in a nursery as a nanny or a companion dog.
This is about you when you're taking a nap.
Blakely's here for the main purpose of teaching the babies the correct animal cues as they grow up, so when they are introduced back to their own kind, they know what appropriate behavior is. He teaches them how to play and how to interact. I can tell them, no, don't bite me, but I'm not an animal, and I don't give the same cues that he can. So we make a great team.
Smile for the camera. Yeah, smile for the camera.
Blakely has worked with cheetahs, ocelots, a takin, bat-eared foxes, a warthog, wallabies, to name a few. He's working with 4 baby cheetahs right now. It's been a long 7 weeks for him with these little cheetah cubs, and he's, I think, tired because he's on alert for 24 hours a day. If they start making too much noise, he'll come and get us like, something's not right, something's not right. He's kind of like a second set of eyes for us too. A lot of times they still recognize each other, like Dale the Takin he raised. When they see each other, Dale will still run up in front and grunt at him, and he'll kind of jump up on the wall, and it's kind of like, hey, how you doing?
Thank you.
Yeah, well, I like to think I have an office, but I'm pretty sure it's his.
World War II saw lots of heroes. Winston Churchill, Charles de Gaulle, Commander Eisenhower, but one you probably don't recognize is Smokey. a Yorkshire Terrier and the tiniest war hero of all time.
I feel Smokey and I were destined to be together.
That's Bill Wynn, a corporal at the time and Smokey's owner. He bought Smokey for $6.44 during his time serving in the Pacific Theater.
I think that if she'd fallen in anyone else's hands, she would never have been what she was.
And she was remarkable. Smokey followed Bill through 150 air raids, 12 combat missions, and once even led Bill to safety during a Japanese bombing.
Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. Well, we'd look around. We got 8 of our buddies all wounded around where Smokey and I were. If Smokey hadn't taken me there, I would have been standing with the other guys.
Good dog.
Smokey also accompanied nurses on their rounds at a U.S. Army hospital in New Guinea.
Smokey gets credit for being the first therapy dog on record.
Back in Bill's hometown of Cleveland, Smokey became famous doing tricks on TV shows.
She could walk on a drum. She could ride a scooter.
Smokey died a celebrity in 1957, but she wasn't forgotten. She has memorials in
Ohio, Pennsylvania, Australia, Hawaii, Tennessee.
But her biggest legacy? Popular belief is that Smokey's the reason that Yorkies are such a popular pet. So thank Smokey the World War II dog for all those cute little Yorkies.
In the peak of summer in Italy, when the beaches and lakes are full of swimmers, the lifeguards keeping everyone safe bring in some much-needed assistance.
L'uso del cane nel salvataggio in acqua dà veramente una marcia in più al soccorritore. Il soccorritore da solo è da solo. Noi non siamo mai da soli, siamo sempre un'equipe con il nostro cane, quindi un'equipe a 6 zampe. Sono Ferruccio Pilenga, sono il presidente nazionale della scuola italiana cani salvataggio. È nata nel 1989 quando io ho preso un Terranova di nome Mass e ho provato a iniziare a addestrarlo per il soccorso in acqua.
Since then, Ferruccio has found that dogs make ideal lifeguard partners. They remain calm under pressure and instinctively choose the safest path through the water currents back to shore. Once in the water, they're able to keep afloat both the rescuer and the person in need.
Io risparmio le energie e quindi riesco a essere un soccorritore più operativo. Io dico sempre per far capire che se per tirare una slitta servono almeno 6 cani, per tirare 6 persone basta un cane. Si parla circa di 20-30 salvataggi all'anno. Mediamente tutti gli anni l'elenco di salvataggi è molto nutrito.
To keep up with these numbers, the school has over 350 certified rescue dogs, and each year takes in new recruits. After about 18 months of training, they learn how to jump from speeding boats and helicopters safely, among other rescue techniques. Italy is the only country in the world that recognises these certified canines as actual lifeguards. But the value of this is catching on, so the school is starting to expand abroad.
Decidere se un cane è abile a diventare un cane di salvataggio è impossibile. A mio avviso non ci sono cani sbagliati. È chiaramente la differenza del padrone. La presenza del cane sdrammatizza la cosa. Diciamo, la ricompensa a mio avviso più bella è quello che sente il cane e il padrone nel momento del salvataggio, che unisce ancora in più questo rapporto tra un cane e un umano.
We, as humans, have always used dogs to help us get what we want and what we need. We make amazing teams because we've evolved together, and they make a massive difference in conservation by finding things that we couldn't possibly find to give us information to help save species. Our dogs use their sense of smell to find everything from endangered species to invasive species and wildlife crime, which is something we're really proud of.
Come on, guys. Let's go for a walk.
I'm Megan Parker. I'm Research Director and co-founder of Working Dogs for Conservation.
Easy. Wait. Okay.
We're an organization that finds dogs from rescue situations, shelters, or career change dogs. We train them as detection dogs for conservation projects around the world.
Right now we're on the way from the kennel to the armory to pick up 2 new elephant tusks and a leopard skin and a pangolin to train on. We're training the dogs on new samples.
That might be finding scats of endangered species, doing a population estimate, finding live animals that are endangered, that are very rare, helping fight wildlife crime in Africa by having dogs find ivory and rhino and bushmeat and guns and ammunition that are used for poaching.
This dog will be searching for gunpowder.
They can detect microscopic larvae in water. They can detect one species of fish in a moving stream that needs to be removed from the ecosystem before it harms more animals or plants. You could imagine, we could build a computer that would sense odors or sense particles of some object in the environment, except we can't build anything that fine. Dogs are actually the best technology and the best able to detect something and then tell their handler what they know. I started out as a kid training dogs when I was 10, and I've just kept that interest. I became a biologist and I got my PhD studying African wild dogs. This has been like a theme, I guess, for me in my life. I do have dogs myself. I actually live with 3 dogs. 2 of them are working dogs. One is retiring. He's on the couch, I'm guessing. Oh, they're both on the couch. Sorry. This morning we started Thule on an endangered bat that she'll be working on. It's really simple at first. When she smells the bat, she sits and gets her toy. It's gonna work. Yes, good girl! Do! And then we move to really complicated scenarios where the dogs learn to find the scent of an endangered animal in a very hard to find place. Most of our dogs come from shelters or from a situation where somebody can't keep a dog like this. We look at anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 dogs before we find a dog that meets our standards and can make it to the field as a working dog for conservation.
We're going to run Utah on the kickbox scat. Is there anything particular you want to work on? He's solid. Yeah, he knows kickbox. Okay.
These dogs have really high energy. They want to play with a toy, and without a job, their energy gets misdirected into tearing up your couch or killing the cat or jumping through a window or chasing whatever. So these dogs are really hard to have as pets. But when they have a job and have a great home, it's an awesome combination.
Together since camera Bruce says you gotta get me around.
A lot of the dogs that I've personally trained, I thought it would be really hard at first to have them live on another continent, but the care and the bonds that they have formed with their scouts and how hard they work and the kind of work that they do when I see them there working, it's an awesome life for them. Our work is important. It pairs these 2 things I care a lot about, which is taking dogs that are on death row, and then they get to amplify all this conservation that we care about, that we want to do. The dogs are making the world a better place. They really are making wildlife safer in places where they work.